Hi class, it's Mr. Butler. I'm here to talk about how to combine evidence from different texts to make reason statements for your argument essay. You want to try to form connections. So when you're reading evidence for text 1, by the time you get to the other texts, you want to be looking for evidence that falls into a similar category. One of the ways you're going to do this is by reviewing the paraphrased evidence you put in the handouts for annotating. So if we look at the screen here, you should have at least 3 pieces of evidence paraphrased and justified for each text. You see here mine are blank, but that's okay. I'm going to put 2 in, and then we're going to make a reason statement. If we look down here, we see the claim, pets should be allowed in the workplace. We see that we're forming reason statements, and the answer to this question is yes, we should have pets, right? So we're going to go back and we're going to annotate 2 pieces of evidence, and then we're going to connect those 2 pieces of evidence together to form a reason statement by doing the following steps. We're going to circle 1 key word that shows the main idea in each of those paraphrase evidence, and then we're going to compare keywords and identify pairs of evidence with similar main ideas. We're going to contrast different pairs of evidence. We're not going to do that step because we're going to focus on 2 that I already know have a similar main idea, and then we're going to justify how those similar pairs of evidence support the claim in reason statements, and we're going to cite down here 2 different examples from different texts. That's really important. That'll give you a more sophisticated essay. So before I look at the text, I just want to show you, this is the instructions page, and see you have 2 documents. The Google Doc is one that you can go in and actually type in, and I can see your responses. The PDF is not a document that you can type in. What you want to do is you want to have both open at the same time on your computer screen. Like I've been saying before, this is going to be really difficult to do if you're not using a computer. Hopefully you have access to a computer, and I did post a device request form on the Google Classroom that you can sign up to hopefully get an iPad or a computer or some kind of device from the DOE. So if you do have a computer, you want to put the mouse over this document, okay? And let's look at the mouse here, okay? There's the left button and the right button, okay? Left click is the usual common one. You want to right click, okay? So let's right click on that. And then it's going to say open in new tab. You don't want that. You want open link in new window. So look at the screen here. What it does is it creates another window. You can click on the top and pull it over to your other side of the screen. So now we have both side by side. That way you can refer to both of them. That's a little tip there to help you. Okay, so we're going to go to text 2. So we have text 2 right here. We have text 2 lined up. Text 2, text 2. Here we have some evidence. Study after study has proven how pets have a calming effect on our bodies and minds. How they help children with ADD, attention deficit disorder, focus better. How they reduce blood pressure and lower stress. I'm going to stop right there at that comma. I'm going to, again, right click. I'm going to copy. Left click. I'm going to go over here to text 2. So let's see. What side of the argument does that support? It supports that pets should be allowed in the workplace, because if a pet can help children with ADHD and in general blood pressure and lower stress, that's a good reason why we should have pets in the workplace. So I'm going to copy the evidence. Oops. Copy. Excuse me, I'm going to paste the evidence. We have line numbers here, which we don't need. Let's try without formatting, with formatting. Okay, that's okay. Don't know why those line numbers are there, but we can just do a little bit of editing to fix that. All right, I'm going to put quotation marks around this because it is my quote. I'm quoting it directly from the text. I've copied it literally through the computer function. Some of you are only putting quotations in these boxes. That is not enough. You have to also paraphrase and justify these quotations. So let's do that together. So basically what this is saying is that pets should be allowed in the workplace because they can help children focus better and improve health overall. So there I've justified by connecting it to my claim, pets should be allowed in the workplace, and I've paraphrased by basically explaining this evidence in my own words. And of course, don't forget to cite. You see here I'm deleting the space, so I'm bringing this up to just kind of restore the formatting. That comes from text 2, lines 1 through 3. Okay, so now I've done the paraphrase justify for this piece of evidence. And this is essentially a chunk of my body paragraph that I can use later when I'm writing the final draft. Let's go to text 3. Now I'm skipping ahead because I want to show you the skill of noticing evidence that connects to other evidence from different texts. Here in text 3, I'm skipping down to line 18. Pets are also known to be great stress relievers. It's no wonder that animal-assisted therapy is recognized as one of the leading treatments for post-war PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and is gaining ground as a popular solution for social workers. So what I notice is a similarity between evidence I found in text 2 and evidence that I found in text 3. So this goes on the same side of the argument. Just going to clean up the formatting a little bit. Formatting might get a little strange as you're copying and pasting it from different documents on different devices. That's okay. You can clean it up if you want, like I am here. If not, that's not that big a deal. All right, so here, what I'm noticing is pets are helping veterans with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. So immediately this sticks out to me for a couple reasons. This meets our criteria for evidence because it's specific, it's including details, and I notice a similarity because up here, we're talking about one kind of attention deficit disorder, and here we're talking about a different kind of disorder, but they're both related to mental health and also physical health. So a connection that I'm noticing between these pieces of evidence is that pets can help people with mental health. So I'm going to justify and paraphrase this just like I did before. Pets should be allowed in the workplace because they can help veterans deal with post-war trauma and reduce stress overall. So once again, I've quoted, I've paraphrased, I've justified my evidence, and I'm going to cite text 3, line 18, 19, 20, and 21. So I'm going to put that in there. These citations are really important. They are required for the final essay. You want to make sure that you put these in your final draft when you're typing them. Okay, so now I've got two pieces of evidence for the same side of the argument from different texts. Down here, I want to look at my procedure for reason statements. Notice we want to circle one keyword that shows the main idea in each paraphrased evidence and compare them to find similar main ideas. So I'm going to highlight a few things. If I go to my first piece of evidence, first I'm going to highlight this word disorder. I'm going to highlight, click that, boop. Highlight. Improve health overall. This is mental and physical health. Down here, we have that word disorder again. Reduce stress overall. So what I'm noticing is that pets, not only can they help with mental health, they can help with physical health. So I've circled, or in this case, I've annotated keywords. I've compared them to find the similarity. Now I'm going to make a reason statement. Now, remember the criteria for reason statements. They should be general. Reason statements are not the place to put numbers, specific details. So I'm not going to mention ADD, and I'm not going to mention PTSD in the reason statement. That's going to be later in my evidence and my explanation. So right now I'm going to keep it general. And the reason is going to relate to both pieces of evidence. So I can just delete these lines here. Don't need them, right? Because I'm typing it in. And I'm going to write that pets should be allowed in the workplace. Now there's the claim. It's already there for you, so we can just start this with because they help with mental disorders. Notice that I'm going to put mental health. Mental health. Notice I'm not writing ADD, I'm not writing PTSD, I'm giving a general category, mental health, and physical health. That's it. That's all my reason statement needs to be, okay? And then I want to note that this comes from text 1. What were those lines again? No, sorry, text 2. Lines 1 through 3. And text 3, what were those lines again? Go up here, 18 through 21. Okay. So just to recap, we found a connection between pieces of evidence from different texts that fall under the same general category. We annotated them by quoting them, paraphrasing, and justifying each one, and then we circled the key words in them and found a general category, mental and physical health, and with that idea, with that concept, we created a reason statement. This reason statement can then become part of a topic sentence for a body paragraph if you decide to argue that pets should be allowed in the workplace. And remember, you could also argue that pets shouldn't be allowed in the workplace. There's lots of great evidence in these texts to do so. So that's how you make reason statements. Remember, this handout is due on Thursday, and the final essay is due on Friday. If you need a place to write the final essay, just go down, scroll down to the bottom, okay? Below here, hit enter a few times and just type your essay in a new page under the handout. That way I can see the handout and the essay right here. If you're not sure about the format of the essay, let's go back to the class. We'll go to the stream. I posted this document, which gives you, we'll zoom in here a little bit, which gives you the structure for the introduction paragraph and the body paragraph, and also an example of that structure related to self-driving cars, which is another topic. So you can use this to write your essay. Okay. Thank you very much, and good luck. If you have any questions, please let me know. Remember, I'm going to put grades into Jupyter Grades, okay, this week, so this is going to count. Okay, thanks, guys.